So then, I appear to be creating a new trend to this channel with adding segments to videos because information is released on things after I record the initial video, and I'm back at it again with an additional point to the original video you'll be watching now. But in the video you are currently watching, I mentioned all the exciting news that has been announced about Project Ocean, and how we know what ride model it's going to be now and so much more information like construction times. But one other piece of information which I didn't mention, because at the time of recording was not exactly public and I hadn't seen it yet myself, but not only have we had all of these exciting details about the project itself being revealed, we have also now just had the information announced that the project is in fact approved, which is absolutely incredible news and is very important, which was why I thought I need to add it as a segment to this video. Because although I could have it as a separate video or something that I could put on screen, I think it's very important that I mention this part because this is huge, because it means that everything mentioned in the proposal is no longer just something that could happen, it's something that is happening. It has been approved and it is going ahead, so we can all be very excited for that one. So I had to put it at the beginning of this video. Now I know that we may have already sort of anticipated it had been approved because the park had put construction walls up, and it may have just been a delay on the side of Staffordshire Moorlands District Council more that it waited until now that it's been publicly confirmed. But it's great news to hear, and I'll go back to the original video point now because I was very clever in crafting that script so that now that it has been approved, everything in that part is still relevant, and it is actually still very new information and some very exciting information indeed. So I'll cut back to the original video. Apologies for doing this in every bleeding video now. It's become the new trend of the channel really, hasn't it? But anyway, I'll get back to the original recording from earlier today. In the last video, when I mentioned Project Ocean, I said that I didn't want to go too far into the subject and it would act as kind of a tangent on the narrative of the last video. However, since that video has been uploaded, I am so glad that I did leave it before going into Project Ocean, because as of today, which is Monday the 29th, I woke up this morning to look on obviously like social medias and everything, and saw a lot of people referencing this new document that had been uploaded to Project Ocean's planning application, and that has announced some massive new bits of information on this ride, which I'll go into now. Because at the point of recording the last video, I think the only thing I really had to mention for Project Ocean was construction walls have gone up, which looked very similar to the ones that we saw used for Nemesis Reborn. They may have in fact even been the same walls they did use because they had the Phalanx logo, but that was all I really had to go into, and that construction crews and equipment was kind of on site. But it was actually as of today when I looked on Staffordshire Moorlands District Council website and looked under the Project Ocean planning application, and the new document that they uploaded to this application was in fact a noise assessment for both the construction of this new ride and a noise assessment that the ride will have when it's in operation once it's being constructed. And this document has highlighted an awful lot of things that everyone really wanted to know, like the construction time that they're estimating for this ride, and most excitingly, one which was kind of inevitable because they kind of have to highlight the noise it will make because they have to use references. They have highlighted the ride model that we will be getting as Project Ocean. And I'll stop sort of dawdling around the subject of it and go into what we now know is the ride model of Project Ocean. And if you look under the section of this document with the estimated operational noise that this attraction will generate, not the construction part, the part after, and if you look under the estimated operational noise that this attraction will generate, it highlights that they have used as a reference a topspin style ride that existed at a Merlin attraction. And that really confirms it. Project Ocean will in fact be a topspin, which is incredible to hear. It was one of those things which you kind of thought it would definitely be one or had a really differing opinion. It's one which I differed on the point of many times on this channel, and was a prediction which I've made, which I have finally got right for once. It's an incredible thing to hear because I have said a lot of things that haven't been right. For once I got it bang on the money. But the exciting part about this is that we are getting a topspin as Project Ocean, because they wouldn't put on the application we're referencing a topspin style attraction of the noise we're going to generate unless they're building a topspin, really would they? Which is kind of an obvious thing to mention, but it's something I thought I need to put in here because that really is the reason why we know this is definitely a topspin. The other point which they did highlight on this is one where I've just mentioned I can't believe I was right on this. In the last video, I said I don't see Project Ocean opening this season, and that was because I always try to be sort of realistic in this. When I was studying in engineering, I kind of had to look into the more parts of how logistics work for projects and everything, and I was being a little bit more apprehensive for every theme park project with timescales. I said I don't think this will open for this season. However, this document highlights that the estimated construction time for Project Ocean will in fact be 15 weeks. But if it's a 15-week construction period, I think I need to reevaluate what I said, because I have a feeling this will be a late season opening now, because that's such a short space of construction time and the construction walls are already up, which is incredible stuff. And with them submitting documents like this, when they've gone into such details about the noise that will be generated with the construction of this project, and then when it's operational, they've put all the information forward really now. I don't think there's much more that they need to put forward before the ball starts rolling, with construction progressing incredibly fast. And given how quick we've seen that Towers is constructing things nowadays, with the work that went through on Nemesis, they did a hell of a lot of work in a pretty small time span really. I think that we could be seeing this project open later this season. So I do have to say, I'll eat a bit of humble pie there and say, I was wrong in what I said in the last video. I think I was completely off. But I'd love to know what you all hear. If you do have something you'd like to say on this about a topspin opening at Towers, I'd love to hear what you have to say, because I know a lot of people saying we don't need a topspin, Ripsaw was fine. But in my opinion, everyone talks about Ripsaw because they loved it so much. I say how much I'm annoyed that I didn't get to go on it. Topspins are very loved attractions, so I think it's the perfect thing for Towers. But I'd love to hear what you have to say on this. If you did enjoy this video, please do like and subscribe. It really makes the world of difference and really does help this channel out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.